What's good, guys? The Racer back with a video today. Reacting to a new video on the channel, guys. Something new on the channel. USA versus Europe. Guide to cultural differences. Everybody we know we did we did a video, I think, on our old channel that was like the breakfast,
stuff, like beans and stuff.
Yeah, like the foods of European, what they eat and stuff like that. Some of them like,
and even from the soccer videos, like the soccer.
Oh yeah,
soccer compared to football.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the sports culture. Yeah. So we finna see some cultural differences. Before we get to the video, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button to the channel.
Hit that like button if we want to see more videos like this.
Also, guys, if you want to support it by becoming a member of the channel, link will be in the description below as well for that. So what is our Patreon as well, both be in the link in the description. Also, follow Twitch WM Gaming 3 at the top, guys, where we come live stream on there as well. Make sure to make notifications on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, that WRX, all that good stuff, guys. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hey there, we are guides from Prague, Czech Republic, and this is one of our favorite pubs. But somebody just recently left a nasty review complaining about the fact that the waiter simply asked them, "You want a beer?" The waiter brought the beer, and then once the person was finished, they brought another beer. And this guy was complaining about it. What is he talking about? That's the best thing. Once you're finished with your beer, they bring another one.
Yeah, like sometimes when you at a restaurant, you gotta ask the waiter. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes the waiter don't come from like a couple of times. You about to be done with a drink by then. They still ain't come by. Sometimes
be so bar show.
That's a good thing though. You know what I'm saying? That's a good
why would you complain about that though?
So for me, from the perspective of a Czech European, that's a good sign. For an American, that may be kind of weird.
They're probably saying
you
trying to give me pay extra money and stuff since you fixed it.
So today we want to talk about cultural differences between our country, our city, and United States of America. First of all, you may be surprised what the beer looks like. Well, we have a video dedicated only to that. And second, when I walked in, I didn't look at a beer menu or something that may be quite common in the United States where you have different beers on tap. Most pubs and restaurants in Czech Republic will have one brewery on tap.
Oh, that's crazy.
So that's why you can walk in and just say, "I'll have one." So I kind of like that. You walk into a pub and you don't have a million choices.
I would say that's a good. I know that's the difference, but that kind of like not having different varieties of things.
I mean, I don't think good thing is you know where to go if you want.
Yeah, that is a good thing, but the variety part of it.
In US, not only you have a choice of beers that are on tap, quite often there's 5, 10, 20, but also they will ask you, do you want draft or bottle? What kind of question is that? The reason you go to a pub is to get
that makes sense.
Draft beer. If you want bottled beer, you go to a supermarket. So for us, that's a big cultural difference that quite often we don't understand.
Then you pour it in a cup.
It costs 55 crowns. Let's call that $2.50 to round it up. If you go to a stadium, to a sports event here in Prague, it's going to cost around $3.
That's
nothing
cheap.
like that in US. If you go to a pub, it may cost $5, $6.
$5 to $6 there, and you go to a game, they're probably like 12, 15, like.
Honza hates it. Whenever he goes to a sports event, he's always shocked with the price of the beer. I myself, when I travel to US, I usually don't go to sports events, but I like amusement parks. And just recently, I visited Universal Studios. It was the most expensive beer I ever had in my life.
Yeah, bro.
$15.
Oh my god, bro. That's the thing about it. It is expensive, bro. Like, it's very expensive. Yeah, people paying it. I mean, that's what that's why they're gonna continue to have the prices, even if it goes up.
Believe it. Now, I understand that going to amusement park, you don't go there for beer, you go there for the rides, but still $15?
Dang, man.
That's insane.
Crazy. $3 there for.
Why did I do that? Also, fun fact, I did not take a picture of the beer, but I did take a picture of the receipt.
16 with tax.
Now, the price of the beer, as I said at the amusement park, was $15. But I was asked to pay more than $16. Why? It said 15. Well, tax was not included. What is this about? We go to a place, and I'm not only talking restaurants, but any store shop, and the price tag is the final price you pay.
That's good, bro. No tax there?
Cost 55.
Oh, they probably include tax. So.
They include the tax.
Yeah, they include the tax.
Why don't you do that in US? It's just sad.
That's a good question. Why don't we do that? That doesn't make sense. Cause that is because you never know. You walk in the store, you never know how much freight is gonna be.
Well,
you had to add extra.
You still gotta. You
if
just
you go
know,
there
if
constantly,
some say like $2.49, you know you have to pay like three something.
Yeah,
like
three something, but
change.
not. But you don't know how much exact though.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, imagine me, I'm 11 years old, I have my first dollar ever, and I walk into a dollar store, looking forward to buy something for $1. I pick up the
Yeah,
item.
see,
Dollar
that's-
General ain't-
that's not a
You ain't
dollar.
paying $1 for
It's
it,
a
bro.
dollar store, everything costs $1, not dollar store plus tax. Now let's switch from drinks to food. In any place, you can get some food, right? Mostly you pick something from the menu and no further questions will be asked. Well, in US, quite often they will ask you how you want it customized. Do you want bacon? Do you want that
Yeah.
cheese? Do you want this cheese? Do you want this or that and that? It gets quite confusing for us. And you can imagine me being 11 years old in US, in New Jersey, first walking to a restaurant, ordering a burger, very much looking forward to it. And they asked me, how do you want your burger done? I said, I don't know, very well done, thinking that they would make it completely. Yeah, you can imagine what happened. They brought this black piece of meat that
Oh
was
my God.
unedible. And all my friends had a laugh about it. Now, to be fair, if you go to a restaurant in Prague nowadays and you will have a burger, they will ask you how you want it done. But once again, the fact that you can customize anything at a restaurant in US is very uncommon for us.
Really?
So if you come to a pub or a restaurant in Czech Republic, don't expect that you can customize every single item on the menu. That's why there's a menu with things that you pick from. I really hope you didn't know.
That is crazy.
From the United States.
That's sort of more like a difference. Like that's like whatever to me. You know what I'm saying?
I love you guys. So to say something that we consider to be amazing in US that we don't have here is water. Water at a restaurant, at a bar, anywhere. You sit down at a table and in US, you get a glass of water. Never happens in the Czech Republic.
I don't
ever.
get a glass of
No.
water. That's how we sit down. They ask, but if you don't get what? Just that's a restaurant. I know we got a restaurant here that does give you water when you come, but I forgot the name of it.
Only that, if you ask for tap water, quite often they will say, no, we don't serve tap water. And you will get a tiny little bottle of water that you will pay for $2, $3, $4. It's ridiculous. I know a restaurant where I go to, and I will always say, can I get tap water? And they're like, no, we can't do that. We can only sell you a bottle. And I quite often say, I'll pay you the same price that I'll pay for the bottle for tap water. Like, no, we can't do that. Crazy. Why did we cut to here? Where we are here to thanks to our partner, which is Surfshark VPN. We're actually on the border with Germany, also many culture differences between
Bro,
them and
your
us.
pen looks so
But
nice,
if
bro. I
you
wanna
don't
visit
want
there,
any
bro. Just
differences while traveling, but mainly while surfing the web, you can
know the
use
outer parts
Surfshark
of,
VPN because
European-
those differences will be
Europe,
gone.
like you said,
Let's say that
European,
you're
yeah.
traveling between US and Czech Republic and you like to watch some films that are only available in US and you come to Czech Republic and those films may be gone. Well, you can open Surfshark VPN on your mobile device, on your iPad, on your computer, and you can pretend that the device is not in Czech Republic but still in US, and therefore you can continue watching whatever content there is that may be restricted only to one country. The example between Czech and US is only one, but you can put your device virtually anywhere around the world. Me and Honza use Surfshark VPN. If you want to try it out, you can do so. Use our code, which is Honest Guide, and you'll get 83% off and 3 months completely for free. The link is below the video in the description. And now let's cut from the border with Germany to the pub where I'm describing the differences between US and Czech Republic. Now let's talk about service in restaurants and pubs, because that may be a bit of a shock for you when you come to Prague. Yes, quite often it is rude and not polite at all. That's also a huge difference for us when we go to US and a waitress will come to our table and she will introduce herself and she will smile and she will maybe recommend something from the menu. That would never happen here.
What?
I mean, it's changing, don't get me wrong. Service is getting better.
What? So
If
they
you
just
go
say-
to like a local place, a dive bar, which I would consider this place to be, quite often they'd be grumpy and it takes a long time for them to get to know you, and after maybe a 20th visit, they will share a little smile with you. Not like in US. First time visitor, oh, I love seeing
that's
coming
great.
you to our restaurant. My name is Vendi. Can I take your order? Hey, Vendi. Speaking of Wendy's,
Nah, to be honest with you,
If you
depends-
go to some place,
if you go to some place, but some people got bad customer service US, bro. I'm not saying it, but he's
He
just
was lucky.
yeah, he was lucky, bro. Like I would say that
I
for
was
all
first
US, I would
darling
say
or
that.
honey in a restaurant in US. I was like, she really loves me. She just called me darling.
I would say
I like that. I mean, I like the bartender here, but he never calls me darling. Let's make it stay that way, okay? We're tough guys. Even though the two of us consider the service at places in the United States very good and very nice and very polite, there is one thing that we consider to be very rude. And that is, you're finishing your meal or maybe you're halfway through and suddenly a bill lands on your table. What is that? Are you kicking me out? That would never happen here. Any business, restaurant, pub, coffee place tries to keep you in the place as long as possible. You're done with your
Okay, I
meal,
get it.
they'll
That's more
offer you a
business
dessert.
savvy.
You're done
What?
with your dessert.
Oh, they don't never. They really never come when you get. out
They
with
see
the-
you on. Yes, they do. You were like when we just
No,
when we was at the
we
sugar
right
factory. He
after-
came and saw we was done. He just dropped the bill right there. Remember?
No,
We didn't ask for it. Remember?
They will offer you coffee. You're done with your coffee. Maybe you want to start over and have another appetizer. In other words, they want to keep you in as long as possible. You have to ask for the bill. In US, very often, you're halfway through. Here's your bill. I'm like, well, maybe I want another something. No. The bill is already on the table. Just weird.
They do got prior experience.
Speaking
Like,
of
oh,
the
you
bill,
like-
let's dive into tipping. And that can create some big issues because that's a big cultural difference.
What?
In US, quite often we get asked, do you want to tip 15, 18, 20, 25%?
We're not at all.
Which for us is like, whoa, that's a lot. A quarter of the bill just tips because it's a tip-based country or tip-based business. In Czech, that used to be very, very different. I mean, my dad would only round up the bill to the next higher number. If the bill was 99, he would round it up to 100. I believe most of our dads and mothers still do that. Nowadays, it's changing even here, and tipping goes from 10% higher.
That's
if
some
you're
real- I was
satisfied
that's
with
some
the
real-
service. If
You
the
don't
service is
tip.
really
Yeah.
bad, some people will simply not tip. If that would happen in US, that you would not leave a single cent on a tip, I've experienced people running out the restaurant and be like, what happened? What did we do wrong? Like, why did you not tip? So tipping is very, very different, and I'm curious what you will say about that in the comments.
Yeah, I don't think it-
whatever country
I
you're
ain't got
from,
never
I wanna
had a bad
read
situation with
what's the
tipping, like,
average
if
tipping
not-
in your country. Now this is not only huge, but I consider it to be evil, and that is packaging and garbage in general. I'm not talking about if you go to a place where it's a takeout or you go to a fast food. Yes, they put it in a paper bag, either if you're in
That's that
US
good
or
one.
That's that
here.
good one.
But I'm talking about if you go to a restaurant and they create so much garbage, so much waste, even though you're at a restaurant. Quick example. Mostly if you get a drink at a bar in the US, they put a napkin under it. So it soaks the moist that's running under it. Well, that's for one use only. Afterwards, they will throw away the napkin. How about they use coasters? Because you can reuse
Some
the
restaurants
coaster.
does use
And
coasters
that's just
here.
one very simple example. Another one is if you order a ketchup at this place, they will bring it either a bottle, some places in US do that too, or they put it in a ceramic cup that they clean afterwards. Not that they grab 20 ketchups and throw them next to your burger.
that's more
or
fast
even
food.
in
Yeah,
McDonald's
yeah,
in
fast
Czech
food,
Republic.
yeah.
You pay for every single tiny packaging of
Really?
any
I
sauce,
never-
any ketchup.
Well, I
So you
never
think
did
about
that.
if you
That's
want
crazy.
one or
I've never
two.
experienced that. That's
In the US,
crazy.
yeah, can I get some ketchup? Here you go. Here's a million ketchups in tiny little bags. No, don't do that. I mean, you guys are going all Michael Bay packaging. Like, hey, yeah, that's a plastic bag. Let's put it in a paper bag and let's put more packaging and pack it up. You want it to go? Yeah, let's pack it up more. Whew. Meanwhile, in Europe, yeah, let's get rid of plastic straws. They really destroy the universe. There's gonna be one hell of a discussion under this video. I absolutely love you guys from US, and I love going to US, just so you know. We both do. Please don't cancel my ESTA. Now, let's drop the beer for a minute, and let's talk about coffee and coffee culture differences
don't drink
between
coffee either.
USA and Europe. Triggered already? Well, you'll get triggered more. Yes, in Europe, we do not consider this to be a cup of coffee. That's a gallon of coffee. If it's more than a gallon, it's not coffee. This is a cup of coffee. By the way, shocker, they have a cup of coffee in this pub. It's served in a ceramic cup. It's this size. You have a plate under it. It makes that little noise when you put it down. You sometimes even get a spoon with it so you can mix your little espresso. And this is how you drink it.
Look
Not
up.
a gallon. Doesn't fit in your car so you can drive and sip on
I know
your
everything
little
bigger than
coffee
you.
Yeah, everything is way
throughout the day. Big difference, big shocker for us when we go to places in US and they simply don't serve something like this.
Hey man, that's a good thing. You be
Culture
real
versus- I
energized.
know that coffee culture in US is changing depending on which state you live in, if you live in a city and so on, but still mostly people think this is coffee and
That
you
was a
cannot
big
get
cup.
this. It's sad for us
Dude, it
Europeans.
depends if you get that much
Can
energy
you
out
get
of
a
that
cup of
little
coffee?
cup.
You want venti grande, grande XL, grande XXXXL, like the Italians drink it. Whoa. Now this next cultural difference may sound weird, but I believe it should be addressed. And that is restrooms and toilet sizes. In
Sizes?
restaurants and pubs. And I'm not talking about the actual seat size, but I'm talking about you have a big pub and there's
Yeah,
one
they
toilet.
have small
There's like one restroom for the entire pub where there's like hundreds of people. And the stalls where you can like sit to do number two are very like see-through. Like there's no privacy. Like there's no door at the bottom.
You could look
Like
through
if somebody
cracks.
peeks,
Yeah.
they can see you. Yeah, it's kind of strange. And girls talk about that a lot. Both our girls talk about it, how like it's kind of weird that people can't really see you. So that's a big difference. If there's a big pub here, it has many restrooms, many toilets.
That makes
and
sense.
it
I never
can,
understood that
you
though.
know,
Like why you have
do
a single
the
bathroom with all
business
people there.
need and accommodate many
Yeah, that's a
people
nice
at the
one.
same time. And of course, the ones we mentioned are not the only cultural differences between our continents. There's many more. We can talk about different units. We can talk about different forms of transportation, how we
Trains
move
are
around
very-
cities and countries, how big
Talk
are
about
our
train,
cars
baby.
and your cars, and many more topics. So let us know in the comments if you want us to cover more topics. And while you're there, please don't be mad at us. This was not made
Yeah,
to
that's
insult
just, you know what I'm saying?
only to
Just
give you
showing the difference. Yeah, man, I enjoyed that video. Right, there's some things like something I never understand. America is something I never
tax,
understand.
the
Yeah, the
tax.
tax is very just had a price like that. Bathroom situation, but I think with the bathroom is just how small the bar is. Usually,
They
it used to
probably
be like a corner
towards
thing.
space of the customers.
Yeah, over a bathroom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So things like that. The coffee, yeah, it's just everything bigger here. Yeah, so that was a good one, guys. Let us know, guys, you got any more requests of videos like this in the comments below. Again, hit that subscribe to the channel.
Hit that like button.
Make sure notifications on. Follow us on Twitter. All that good stuff, guys. And we see you guys next video.
Peace.